My name is Brayden, and thank you for joining us for this week's Hill TV episode. If it's happening at Hill, we have it. Let's hear from Ariella about the upcoming weather.
This week's weather looks pretty sunny on the 6th. It's going to be cloudy with a high of 38 and a low of 26. On the 7th, it will be a high of 39 and a low of 30. On the 8th, it will be a high of 41 and a low of 29. On the 9th, it will be a high of 39 and a low of 28. On 10th is a high of 38 and a low of 29. On the 11th, it will be a high of 42 and a low of 30 with a lot of sun. So make sure to wear your jackets and warm clothes if you want a chance to get outside for recess. Now on to Catherine with an important person she thinks everyone should know about.
Important that I thought everyone should know about is Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant played for the Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA and is one of my favorite players. Many consider him to be one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He was a fierce competitor and always wanted the last shot. Another reason why I want to recognize him is because sadly on January 27, 2020, Kobe and his teenage daughter Gigi, passed away in a helicopter crash. Another reason why I want to recognize them is because Kobe's last words were, "I love you, Gigi." Kobe was only 41 and Gigi was 13. Something that I learned from Kobe is always to try your hardest and have confidence in yourself and don't take anything for granted. Now let's hear about Lila about this week's staff pick.
This week I would like to tell you about Mrs. Turbeville. She is a teacher's aide in Mr. Ezegie's room in the Blue Wing, room 104. Miss T has been working at Hill School for 5 years, and this year she's working with 5th graders. She said that she wanted to work at Hill because she loves working with kids. Mrs. T has a husband named Mike and 2 sons, Caleb and Gabe. She has 2 cats named Harley and Sandy, a bunny named Butterscotch, and a goldfish named Goldie. Her favorite vacation place is North Carolina. Mrs. T's favorite food is ribs and also loves to camp, bake, and exercise. She's a big football fan and loves cheering for the Seattle Seahawks. Miss T has a great sense of style and loves helping students. Thank you, Mrs. Turbeville, for making Hill School great. Now let's hear about something that happened in history.
This week in history, we have one of the most tragic events to ever happen in the United States. On December 7th, 1941, the bombing of Pearl Harbor took place at 7:55 Hawaiian time. This naval base was attacked by 360 warplanes. The planes bombed and attempted to destroy our Pacific naval base. This attack killed 2,400 Americans, wounded another 1,200, and led the United States entering World War II and declaring war against Japan. For 4 long years, the United States battled in World War II and lost over 400,000 American lives. So on December 7th this year, I hope you take a moment to think about the attack on Pearl Harbor and all the lives affected by this brutal attack. Ava is going to share a student that she thinks shows great kindness.
Thanks, Eva here. And the student I would like to spotlight is Addison Standish. She is helpful and kind to her friends and classmates. Addison is always willing to offer help. For example, if someone dropped their stuff, she would be one of the first ones there to help pick it up. She's a good partner and shows kindness to everyone in school. She has 2 cats at home that she loves, along with a beautiful family and home. Addison is not only kind to students, but also loves helping her teachers. Keep showing that kindness, Addison. Now on to Allie with our sports update.
Eva, this week we had some crazy matchups with some of the best teams in the league playing each other. Let's start with the Green Bay Packers winning 36-18 over the Rams. That keep them right on the heels of the Arizona Cardinals for home field advantage in the NFC. At the top of the AFC, the Baltimore Ravens, after their Monday night victory over the Cleveland Browns, The Bills beat the Saints on Thanksgiving and now have a huge game against the New England Patriots Monday night to see who will be leading the NFC East Division. In the NBA, the Phoenix Sun and Golden State Warriors seem to be the two best basketball teams early in the season. Speaking of basketball, our Brockport girls basketball are looking to have another great season. You should come and check out the game in the middle school this winter. I know that Catherine and I will be there supporting the girls. Ariella has some fun things to do after school.
Thanks, Allie. It is getting colder outside and sometimes people get bored. So here are some fun things to do after school. Go play outside. Even if it is cold, bundle up and get outside. Once snow is on the ground, it is really fun to go sledding, build a snow fort, or have a snowball fight. Another thing you can do is play with your pet if you have one. They will appreciate the attention and it will make you feel good. Also, make plans to hang out with your friends or have a sleepover on a weekend. If you can't sleep over, maybe just call them after school and chat to see how they are doing. Finally, if you would like some time to yourself, try drawing your own masterpiece or reading a fantastic book. Speaking of books, Ava has one that she thinks you might want to check out.
This week's book recommendation is a book called Jinx. It's about a girl named Lacey who got accepted to an academy. One day she found a Baku, which is an electronic smart pet that functions as a phone. It was in the shape of a cat, but it was mangled and broken with no signs of life behind its electronic eyes. Until after days of work, she is able to rebuild it. She names it Jinx and soon realizes that Jinx is capable of a lot more than is written in its code or motherboard. He seems to be more than just an electronic pet. During the school year, she noticed that there was something wrong with her Baku. The more she investigates, she realized that there's something wrong with the school. I recommended this book to people who really like science and mystery. Now let's hear about the upcoming Peddler Fair. The Peddlers Fair will be taking place on December 14th through the 17th on the cafeteria stage. Many of you might be asking, what is the Peddlers Fair? Well, it's kind of a yard sale where you can buy different toys, stuffed animals, puzzles, decorations, and all sorts of great gifts for the holidays. One of the best things about the Peddlers Fair is that almost everything can be bought for $1 or less. It is a great chance to do some holiday shopping and save some money. You won't have to worry about any shipping deals or something not being in stock. So don't forget your money starting on December 14th on the cafeteria stage. All of the purchases will be used for the 5th grade championship. Now let's finish up this episode with a joke.
What do you call a snowman with a six-pack? A abominable snowman.
One last thing to share, the lunch menu. This week's lunch looks great. On Monday, we have French bread pizza. On Tuesday is taco bar or assorted deli. On Wednesday, stuffed crust pizza. On Thursday and Friday, we have half days for parent-teacher conferences, so make your own lunch.
Thanks for watching! Thanks. What?
5 a.m. Hawaiian time at the naval base in Pearl Harbor.
Thanks, Eva here. And the student